This is Professor Luna over in the ceramic lab, and I want to talk about the proposal that I'm submitting for the Bailey gas kiln that also has the capability to do a soda specialty firing. It also has the capability of doing a crystal firing. Currently we're doing a crystal firing right here to my left in our Laguna gas kiln. It is an updraft, so it cannot control the firing process for crystals the way the Bailey gas kiln that I'm submitting, which is a downdraft. The downdraft is more even on the firing for the process for growing of crystals, for teaching this process to students. That's one of the reasons I'm submitting for that kiln. Currently we have 3 gas kilns on the line that are all updraft kilns. One of the colors that's hard to get at our high temperature firing range is red. The downdraft kilns are known for their reds. One of the reasons I'm submitting this proposal is we have 2 gas kilns that were purchased in 1974 and 1975. For 40 years, that the Yuma sand and dirt and dust has built up on the bricks of the kiln, where they're actually melting in different portions. If you look at the floor of the kiln, which I'll go ahead and move this, the floor of the kiln has 3 shelves that have been permanently fused to the floor. There's also about 2 inches of glaze residue and Yuma sand residue in our biggest gas kiln. So one of the things about the Bailey gas kiln that I'm submitting is that it's modular. And what I mean by that is the floor has been designed where the bricks can be removed completely and replaced whenever you need to, versus the floors in our 2 older gas kilns. There's no way we'll be able to get the floors out without hammer and chisel and major retrofit of the kilns. We also have, in the older gas kilns, we have metal fatigue on the metal of the structure that's helping hold the kiln together. Now eventually this metal fatigue from the firing up to 23 to 2400 and then cooling back down to natural Yuma temperature of 100 degrees or a little bit less, it will structurally, it's losing support of the entire structure. So the 2 older gas kilns are definitely getting to the point where we need to really think, as far as Arizona Western College goes, about replacement. They've served the college heavily for almost 40 years, or actually over 40 years. So we're going to see how much longer we can keep working on them as we keep adding parts and fixing parts on these. Currently we have a hole in the roof where there's a place that was planned for a hood that right now isn't covering our complete roof because there's holes here. So anytime it actually rains, our kiln yard is getting hit. Some of our equipment's getting hit, and we're looking at the possibility of, once this kiln's in place with that hood, it will provide cover in that spot for the rest of the kiln yard. The last thing I want to mention is that the reason for submitting for this kiln, it opens up the capability for a specialized firing process. And what we've discovered over the last couple of years with students transferring to Northern Arizona University is that our students who major in ceramics are expected to already know this type of firing process, which this is an example of a soda high temperature firing. We don't do this currently here. We don't have the capability to do this here, but our students who transfer to NAU, transfer into the advanced ceramic class, they're already expected to know this firing process. And so they end up actually being a little bit behind in their educational skills until they catch up with their fellow students in their advanced ceramic classes for this process.